The new NBA season is just beginning, but the Chicago Bulls are already in full swing behind the scenes. After years of struggling to find consistency and a clear identity within the roster, the Illinois-based team's management finally appears ready to restructure key areas of the team, particularly the paint. According to information released by Chicago Tribune, the Bulls are closely monitoring two market options that could fit Coach Billy Donovan's needs: Jalen Smith, former Indiana Pacers player, and Zach Collins, currently with the San Antonio Spurs. Both are seen as pieces that could bolster the internal rotation and bring new dynamics to Chicago's collective play, especially after a string of seasons marked by offensive inconsistency and defensive fragility. If you're a Bulls fan and want to keep up with all the updates, like and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any in-depth analysis of the negotiations, behind-the-scenes details, and strategies that could change the future of the Chicago franchise. According to sources close to the board, the interest in Smith and Collins reflects an attempt to re-energize the roster and address one of the team's biggest shortcomings: a lack of front-court depth. Nikola Vucevic remains a key offensive piece, but his defense has been criticized for some time. Furthermore, Patrick Williams, while talented, has yet to demonstrate consistent improvement, leaving the coaching staff uncertain about his future role. Therefore, the search for reinforcements capable of protecting the rim, spacing the floor, and contributing physically has been a top priority in recent weeks. Jalen Smith is a name that sparks curiosity. A first-round pick in the 2020 draft. He had a low-key stint with the Phoenix Suns before finding some traction with the Indiana Pacers. With solid scoring and rebounding averages, Smith showed potential to be an impact player coming off the bench, especially due to his versatility. He combines a good mid-range shot with athleticism and energy on the rebound, something currently lacking in the Bulls' rotation. At 24, there's still room for improvement, making his signing an interesting mid-term bet within the restructuring profile the board has been signaling. Already Zach Collins brings a different approach. With more experience in the league, the 27-year-old center re-emerged as a solid player for the San Antonio Spurs, especially last season, when he demonstrated leadership and defensive consistency alongside young Victor Wembanyama. Collins has always been recognized for his tactical intelligence and good reading of the game, as well as a physical presence that intimidates opponents in the paint. Despite struggling with injuries in the early years of his career, he has recovered and has been performing at a high level, which has caught the attention of several franchises, including Chicago. For the Bulls, the arrival of a player with Collins' profile could mean more stability and immediate impact. While Jalen Smith would be a potential gamble, Collins represents the security of a player ready to contribute from day one. The challenge for management will be balancing cost, cap space, and the impact these sign-ins could have on team chemistry. Coach Billy Donovan, in recent interviews, has reinforced the importance of reshaping the team's defensive identity. He noted that last season exposed a lack of aggressive rebounding and rim protection factors that were decisive in several close losses. Donovan believes that, with the right reinforcements, the squad can find the balance between offense and defense that has been lacking in recent years. In addition to Vucevic and Williams, the Bulls have Torrey Craig and Andre Drummond, but both have specific limitations. Drummond, for example, remains an excellent rebounder, but doesn't offer the floor spacing required in the modern NBA. Craig, on the other hand, is versatile but more effective as a small forward, not a center. Thus, the addition of Smith or Collins would represent a strategic advance, allowing Donovan to adjust lineups and experiment with new combinations on the court. Another point being debated internally is the contractual issue. The Bulls management has been cautious about the salary cap, especially after re-signing Vivio and DeMar DeRozan. The idea is not to compromise the franchise's long-term financial flexibility. However, with the pressure for results growing and the fans demanding competitiveness, there is a sense of urgency to act. If Smith or Collins arrive on affordable contracts, this could be one of the front office's smartest moves in recent years. Bulls fans, accustomed to ups and downs since the Derrick Rose era, hope to see clear signs of rebuilding and purpose. Patience with the current project is wearing thin, and rumors of deeper roster changes, including possible trades involving Patrick Williams and even Alex Caruso, continue to grow. Everything indicates that the 2025 to 2026 season will be a turning point for the franchise's future. Beyond the moves in the paint, there's talk of strengthening the point guard. Kobe White has been improving, but there are still questions about his consistency as a regular starter. This is part of a broader approach, rebuilding the roster around players who can maintain a high level of physical and mental performance throughout a full season, something the Bulls have been failing to achieve for years. Meanwhile, the market remains turbulent, and interest from other teams in names like Smith and Collins could accelerate decisions in Chicago. The front office, led by Arturs Karnis-Ovas, needs to act with precision, especially after criticism from the specialized media accusing the executive of a lack of aggressiveness in negotiations. The modern NBA doesn't forgive indecision, and the Bulls' window of opportunity to return to competition in the East is rapidly closing. There's also a symbolic aspect to these potential signings. Both Smith and Collins represent the profiles of players hungry to prove their worth, the kind of athlete who can revitalize a locker room and redefine the competitive culture of a franchise that, for years, has been trying to rediscover the winning spirit that marked its history during the Michael Jordan era. Whatever the final decision, it's clear that the Chicago Bulls have entered a new cycle of change. The success of these moves will depend not only on the technical quality of the reinforcements, but also on the team's ability to transform talent into chemistry and effort into victories. Fans know the potential is there. What's missing now is execution. Did you enjoy this comprehensive analysis of the Bulls' potential signings? Then leave a like, share the video with other NBA fans, and subscribe to the channel. This way, you'll stay up to date on everything happening in the NBA market and follow, in real time, the key decisions that could change the fate of the Chicago franchise.